Before we start, I just want to show off our newest Greysontodd mascot. This is Raimi. I hope everyone welcomes him to the channel, and hopefully you'll see him a lot more. Are you gonna stick around, Lil? Do you want to go? Do you want to stick around? Forgive him, he's a little shy. He is a rescue pup. Many may know me and my channel for being the official Derek Savage critic coverage commentary channel. He's not the only wannabe filmmaker that I have my eye on. There's another name in the game. That name is Neil Breen. Neil Breen has announced a 5-film retrospective for the cool price of $170. For $170, you can get Neil's thoughts on his films. What's included with that money, you may be asking? Well, lucky for us, Mr. Breen has uploaded a trailer detailing his 5-film retrospective. Let's get into it. What have you been up to, Breen?
Hi, this is Neil Breen. Over the past few years, I've been asked a number of questions about my filmmaking process.
Neil likes to swivel in his chair. I get it. I like to swivel in my chair. It's like you're in a little swing, a little horizontal swing. I knew from watching Neil's movies that he loved old technology. I did not know that that's something that transferred into his personal life. His setup here. What? My God. I'll take a picture of my setup real quick. This is what I see when you're looking at me. Apparently he's working for ILM like in 1994. A lot of computing power, but none at all. I like the red shirt on the red chair. That's a comfy chair, Neil. He has 2 different monitors with his face on it. I need to have my face up at all times.
People in theater audience Q&As ask me, Neil, how have you been able to do this? I get questions online all the time.
When people ask you, how do you do this? Do they go, wow, Neil, this is incredible. This is everything I want to do myself. How are you able to do this on your own? Or do they go, what happened for this?
I'm sorry.
In the bottom corner of the screen, it says Neil Breen Films LLC copyright 2020. Uh-oh, Neil, I'm so sorry for using your footage. I did not know it was copywritten. Now I feel nothing. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Neil, how have you been able to write, produce, direct, act, and self-fund?
Do they ask how, or do they ask, why do you continue to do this all by yourself? Don't you have anyone to check in on you? Someone to say, Neil, please put pants on.
So I thought I'd take this time to put together what I'm calling a retrospective of how I've been able to do that.
Listening to him talk at this pace for 10 minutes, I think my brain might cease to work. So we're gonna go to 1.5 speed. Let's just get him talking at like a speed that, say, a person talks at. Also, 480p quality, Neil. You can't sit there and go,
hey, a lot of people's been asking, how do I make my films? How do I do all this by myself?
In a video that is 480p. You gotta have like a phone. Neil exclusively uses flip phones. Terrible video quality.
This is not a documentary on how I made 5 indie feature films.
This is not a documentary. He doesn't have time to document his process. He's Neil Breen. He exists on an ether that is not visible by the human eye. You can't capture his creative process. He commands it out of thin air. The only way to truly understand where Mr. Breen is coming from is for him to translate it from his native home planet language to sentences that us simple humans can understand.
As it is, this retrospective is about 5 hours long.
So you're telling me that a documentary on how you make your films would be longer than 5 hours long? You sitting there talking about your films for 5 hours is the abridged version? That's the tighter version? Well, if he's talking like this, then it's probably about 3 hours of footage, and his dialect just stretches it out to 5 hours.
What I'll be covering is all aspects of my filmmaking process. How I conceptualize a film. How I write the script for the film. Be creative.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, hold on. Whoa.
What I'll be covering is all aspects of my filmmaking process.
All aspects.
How I conceptualize a film. How I write the script for the film. Be
I will be covering all aspects of filmmaking. Conception and the script. That's all you need. Now we're on a couch. You know you don't have to direct your announcement videos like your actual fucking movies. Let's get little hints about who Neil is. I love seeing him in his native habitat. You have giant fake trees in every corner of the room, old ass HD TV that takes up an entire fucking wall. I can only assume he got this pottery work at like a state fair. I have no idea what these vases are or supposed to be or what's in them. White fake leather couch, good choice. Do enjoy the pillow. I don't enjoy the open crotch shot. The white walls let me know that it's probably a rental.
Be creative as a filmmaker. Use your imagination.
Not only is this filmed in the most low-res camera Neil has, but the audio quality is just mwah. Why would you ever use a microphone? The camera has a microphone for a reason.
That's what the media is all about. Creativity, imagination, entertaining the audiences, informing the audiences. That's what your goal should be.
That's what my goal should be as a filmmaker. I should be creative, entertain, inform the audience. I, Neil Breen, have knowledge and I need to give it to you, the audience.
I write my stories and screenplays purposely in order to challenge myself.
Because you don't know how to write screenplays? Is that the challenge?
Every film that I've done more technically advanced work than the prior film.
The challenge is integrating the effects in a way that is seamless. The challenge isn't how many effects can I add?
How I plan around the budget for the film. My actual film production process.
Oh, we're back to the list. He cut from the chair. He was naming a list of all the things that he will be covering in his retrospective. Named 2 things, cut to the couch, and then cut back and continued his list. Mwah! I love it, Neil.
My special effects for the films.
He talks about it like he's achieving something unimaginable. Like no one sitting at home with After Effects could accomplish what he's doing. Does Neil legitimately think he's pulling off something that no one else can accomplish on their own? Gotta respect a man who claims that people will pay $170 for a 5-hour retrospective to how he's crafted his films and then displays his own terrible effects.
My God!
It's not my intention to give you the impression that I, as an experienced indie filmmaker, do big, successful indie films.
Just because he's a successful indie filmmaker does not mean he does big indie films. Don't you think that? He's still modest. Listen, I'm the best at what I do, and what I do is in this very low bar category. But I'm the top tier of that very low bar.
What I have done is make indie, small-scale, low-budget, successful, profitable, imaginative, thought-provoking films.
Hold on.
Indie, small-scale, low-budget, successful, profitable, imaginative, thought-provoking films.
Not only are they creative, not only are they top tier indie films, but they're profitable. Don't you and forget that. Notice how he's only showing clips of himself. He's not showing off any clips where he worked with actual actors or he had people helping him. He just wants to show off the special effects that he did with himself.
Tremendous experience and insight into making larger, medium budget, visionary, thought-provoking films.
Visionary!
Ha ha ha!
If you don't understand his movie, if you laugh at it, it's because it's visionary. It's beyond what you can mentally handle. Neil Breen is a higher intelligence. He can only do what he can to convey that intelligence to you, the audience, when you're at such a level that you cannot physically capture the vision within his head in a way that can be seen by the human eye. Of course it's gonna look bad. The technology is not there, but he is profitable and he is a top tier, small budget indie filmmaker. Even at 1.5 speed, this is still the slowest fucking thing I've ever seen.
My music for the films. My lighting of the films.
My lighting of the films. It's a blurry picture of him standing in front of a fucking bounce board.
Into an all-encompassing post-production process.
So it's all encompassing because you're doing it all.
After post-production, I'll discuss distribution, both DVD, Blu-ray, and digital distribution.
Is part of your distribution discussion going to be how you send your DVD in a fucking blank DVD clamshell with a sticker on it? Is that going to be part of your discussion, Breen?
My most recent films have played in major cities and theaters all around the world. I'll discuss with you how I was able to do that.
Please discuss how you were able to do that on your own with no help, no word of mouth, no type of curiosity, just you and your smarts, your movie selling skills.
I'll discuss marketing, how I've taken it upon myself to create a Neil Breen brand.
Ooh, hoo, hoo. Oh, Neil Breen is a brand. It's a corporation, don't you forget. There's a watermark to prove it. How do you communicate to someone who is so up their own ass? You just let them run free. Gotta stop propping these people up. They're sociopaths. Can I see that mouth
Neil
like
Breen brand of film. During the 5-hour narration, I'll be presenting film clips from all the films.
Why doesn't he just do commentary tracks? Is he literally gonna sit down for 5 hours and just talk about his process? You can put them on the DVD. It's called a special feature. You can add multiple tracks to the fucking DVD. Why this necessitates a whole nother movie, a whole nother discussion. Is it so he can sell it at a higher price by itself? At the core of all these people, Derek Savage, Neil Breen, they're all salesmen. They're just trying to sell a product and they're gonna bullshit their way to the top. They don't care who they're taking out in their wake. Boom, 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 Breen.
It's not my intent in this retrospective to tell the story of all 5 films.
Well, you're not going to understand the stories of the films. You're going to have to buy those and interpret it for yourself.
My intent is to convey my imagery that I've created in an effort to show you the themes and storylines of the 5 films.
I'm not going to discuss the 5 films, but I'm going to talk about the imagery so you understand the storyline and the themes.
You'll come away on the thematic imagery relative to filmmaking, cinematography, and visual presentation.
Does Neil watch or study other films? Or does he only look at his own films? They're not political enough. They don't have a message. They're soulless. Who are these characters? I don't care about characters.
So I think you'll find this very interesting, both as a learning tool, a creative tool. I think if you've never gone to film school, which was my case.
Oh, Neil Breen never gone to film school. What a f***ing shocker to me. I thought he got into SCU.
It's something that will give you some insights into creative ways to accomplish your filmmaking goals.
You don't need film school. You just need to pay me, Neil Breen, and listen to me talk in the driest fucking dialect ever created for 5 hours. Neil, are you sure you want to give away your secrets? People may try to emulate you, and then the master is no longer the teacher. I went to film school. I loved film school. It was a fun time. We didn't study any Neil Breen.
I'm a big believer in doing things over the top, being creative, using your imagination, being a bold filmmaker, take risks.
I love how he doesn't edit this or like cut it down at all.
So we're gonna cover writing, we're gonna cover my set process, special effects. What else do the people need to know? I just want to make sure that they understand they're buying a good product and I'm not going to waste their time, that these 5 hours are going to be informational.
So that's really it about the retrospective. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll learn from it. Happy filmmaking. Thank you.
What? Why the fuck did it? Oh, there's a trailer. Derek Savage does this shit too, where he'll make an announcement video, then end it like 3 minutes before the video length so he can put in a fucking advertisement. There you have it, folks. A 5-hour retrospective for $160. DVD quality too. He's mentioned Blu-ray and digital release, but you if you want either of those, because you're gonna get that boy on a standard DVD. You graduate film school, you're still a student. You can still learn from these masters, these visionaries of low budget indie filmmaking. I don't have $160. If you want to send me a copy, oh lordy, please don't make me watch it. If you want me to watch it, I will do my 10-hour retrospective on Neil Breen's retrospective. That is a Greysontodd guaranteed, and if I ever make a Patreon, I'll make that one the tiers. I'm Greysontodd. Thank you for watching this. Do you like Neil Breen? You've been brained before? Thank you for watching. I'll bring y'all back to life. Killer, stay posse out there.